What's going on, y'all? Hope all is well. Another episode of Convos with your CFP, Mario Payne, in beautiful Jacksonville, Florida. Man, I know one thing. I game. Now, I'm not like a crazy gamer gaming all the time, but definitely we do like the game. We think about gaming, though, it's not like playing Call of Duty or Grand Theft Auto. It could be Monopoly from a gaming standpoint. It's a lot of financial games that kind of keeps you sharp. So it made me think. I looked at an article last year, believe it or not, that talked about gaming and why gaming is so important to stay focused and why it's good as an investor to make business decisions. Before we get started, though, because a lot of good information, as always, like, share, subscribe. Getting closer and closer to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So please subscribe. Got a call before we walk. Before we get to 2,000 subscribers, got to get to 1,000. We started with 100 and we're just growing and growing and growing. And thank you guys for your support. Being a CFP for 16 years, it's good to just give information. So look at this. 5 reasons why gamers make great investors. Now, this was done last year, January 10th of 2022. Now, those individuals who wrote that article probably don't think good about themselves. They was in the market last year as we had one of the worst years in a long time. But we're going to go over why gamers make good investors. And again, it's not staying up to 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning playing video games. It's playing games that sharpen your mind, keep you focused. And from a business standpoint, investment standpoint, when we're staying focused, we're all able to make better decisions. Hence why the Relaxed Investor, right? My book talks about staying focused. But let's look at these 5 things. Number 1, gamers know technology. No technology is too sophisticated for gamers. After all, they have been using it since day one. Consoles like PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendos. If you're old school like myself, we had those old Ataris, those old Nintendos. You played duck hunts with that cord. Oh, that cord, man. Man, we couldn't move around. We was in one space. The young kids who play games now, they don't know how good they have it. Believe you me. But yes, games have went a long way, and from a technology standpoint, technology continues to change. So as a gamer, you already use technology. A lot of people, when they invest, they are scared of technology. So they're scared to put things in like a stop loss order or a price target because they just buy and then sell. But if we're used to technology, we're able to use the tools available to help us save money if the market goes down, help us preserve our capital if we have a stop loss order up, able to get into an investment at a lower price with a limit order. We're able to do those things because we understand technology and how it works. So I would agree that knowing technology does help you from an investment standpoint. Number 2, gamers do not lose focus. I agree with that. Video gamers demand great focus and attention to detail. Gamers do not just complete the main mission in video games. They search for quests. I would agree completely. We all know from an investment standpoint, it is a marathon, not a sprint. Individuals who are fly-by-night investors want to get in, make a quick play, make a quick profit, not a painful profit because you stayed in for a long time during the ups and downs, make a quick profit. You typically do not stay focused. And that's why individuals from an investment standpoint do the wrong thing. They sell low. They buy high. If you stay focused on the long game, being in the market, during the good times and bad times, suffering since 2022, I'd imagine, being happy if in 2023 you stayed. And as the year progresses, because again, the Fed's going to pause rates, we're probably going to make more money in 2023. That's staying focused on your long-term goals, not your short-term goals. So totally agree. Yes, gamers stay focused more. As an investor, you should do as well. Number 3, gamers take risk. Got to be calculated though, you guys. Got to be calculated. Gamers aren't afraid to take risk. After all, video games are all about taking risk and winning. No matter whether it's RPG or action adventure, you cannot make a successful game without adding risk to it. Investment wise, that's true to a certain point. We don't want to be risky like putting all our money in penny stocks, putting all our money in the stock market, for instance, period. We want to be diversified. If you're older, an older gamer, it is older gamers out there that are in their 50s, 60s, still gaming from some sort. We want to be diversified. We want to have some money in the market. Yes, we do want to have some money fixed. It's things that are interest bearing right now that's paying 4.5%. I wouldn't recommend putting all your money in that because you missed the boat, but definitely be being diversified. Person in their 30s and their 20s probably don't want to put all 100% in the market either, right? Because of course the market has ebbs and flows. So we have money invested in the market as it goes down. If we have money in cash, we use that cash to buy things at a lower price and sell high, right? So from a risk standpoint, yes, the market is risky, but if you are diversified, spread out your risk, pick different investments, don't be all in or all out, then definitely you'll be good. So I kind of agree that gamers take risk. We just want to be calculated when we risk our money in the stock market. Number 4, haha, Jeezy voice. Gamers never give up. Nobody understands the importance of keep trying until you succeed. In the words of Aaliyah, rest in peace. At first you don't succeed, pick yourself up and try again. That's the mantra better than gamers. The transition from amateur to pro is a result of that mantra. I totally agree with this. When we invest, especially if we lose as a first-time investor or an investor who puts a large amount of money in for the first time, we typically fall back. What happens is twofold, which is both bad. Number 1, we sell low. Let's say we buy something for $100, it goes down to $70, we sell it. We lost $30. Number 2, it goes back up, now it's at 110. We have the FOMO, fear of missing out. I wish I wouldn't have sold it. I'm going to buy it. It's back up again. We bought it at 110. We lost money 2 ways. We lost $30, and now it takes us another $40 because we sold at 70 and we bought it at 110. Ah! We don't want to do that. So yes, I totally agree with this statement. Gamers never give up. As an investor, you never give up. I always say long-term investing is the wave. We have good years, bad years, as we know from last year. We have good months, bad months. But over time, being consistent, being diversified, being a long-term thinker allows you to profit in the market. And I do agree with that. Number 5, gamers understand smart work. What does that mean? Gamers put hours and hours of playtime into completing video games. Why? They know the importance of hard work and smart work. Totally agree. Food for thought. What if we spent more time researching an investment? Not only the investment, but internally researching ourselves. How are we going to feel if this investment doesn't do good? What type of predefined strategy we're going to have to make sure if it goes down, we have a set time to get out? What if we have a predefined strategy if it goes up? We know we don't want to be greedy. We hit our target and we got out. Those are the things that gamers do that I wish investors did more. Yes, we have gamers that play a lot of games, half an hour, hour at a time. I don't. If you do, perfectly fine. But they do it to get an edge. If only we could spend more time on our investments and our finances, spend more time doing a budget, spend more time seeing what are we truly spending money on, spend more time seeing what we can truly eliminate from a debt standpoint. We do those things, we'll be better off financially, just like the gamers being better off. So I like those. And as I circle, one thing to think about from an investment standpoint. If you do look into gaming, it might be a gaming ETF that you look at. A ETF is an exchange traded fund. So it's a pool of investments in one fund. Not recommending this, but if you are thinking about gaming, one ETF that you want to look into, and that is VanEck Gaming and Esports ETF. Symbol ESPO. ESPO! What's done this year? Pretty good. It's actually up, as we can see by the charts, by 22%. January 1st, 100 grand, now 122,000. As SpongeBob pops up, man, come on with the pop-up, SpongeBob. So it's double the stock market. S&P's up by almost 10% this year, it doubled it. Now last year, it took a beating. So as a new investor, you're happy. As an investor last year, you're still making your money back. That's why long-term investing is the wave, just like a gamer. But if you want to participate in gaming, because gaming is the future, more individuals are gaming, more individuals are playing games. You don't have to be 20 years old. I have clients that talk about gaming today, and they're in their 50s, 60s, and even 70s. But this is an investment that you might want to think about. Now, diversification is the key. Yes, this is a game that keeps focus. Wordle is where we guess a letter and another letter and another one, and we guess a word. The quicker we guess it, more we have from a point standpoint. Instant gratification, the more points we have, the better we feel. So we talk about staying focused. It doesn't mean playing like Call of Duty, shoot 'em up, bang, bang, Grand Theft Auto, throwing a person out the car and driving down the street. No, it means things that keeps us sharp. There's other financial games from a gaming standpoint that you can play as well. But if you want to have an edge, want to keep focused, want to kind of get your mind off and just kind of concentrate on something and get your mind laser focused, a game like Wordable is a game. We could be 20, we could be 70 playing it, and when you're doing, you're technically gaming. Because gaming is just playing a game on an electronic device. That's all it is. We're gaming. So I hope that helps. Hope that gives us information. Totally agree. If we game, we stay focused. And yes, gamers do make better investors. We can all game. I would recommend spending 5-10 minutes a day gaming, sharpen up your mind so we can make better decisions. The better decisions that we make, the better we are financially and also in here as well in the heart. We feel good about ourselves. We make good decisions. But hope that helps. As always, like, share, subscribe to our channel. Peace.
Tired of making no money mistakes. Make a payment on your bills and you still late. Yeah, painful profits to help you seek change. And you just wanna get paid. Yeah, tired of making no money mistakes. Make a payment on your bills and you still late. Painful profits to help you seek change. Yeah, cut the show and just listen. You wanna feel empowered by making money decisions. Residual by the hours can get you a better living. Bitch at the check, you know, and it could be different. You know.